Hello Rana, welcome in our session today. This session I would like us to study Adobe Photoshop, and as we start, please subscribe to this channel so that you can get updates of any videos that I'm going to share after this one. Adobe Photoshop, as we begin, is a popular image editing software that provides a working environment that is consistent with Adobe Illustrator that you have seen before. Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, and other Adobe Creative Suite applications. This tutorial is an introduction to using Adobe Photoshop. Here you are going to learn how to start new documents, how to use the interface, the Adobe Photoshop interface layout. We are going to see the palettes, the toolbox, and we are also going to learn how to edit basic image, or else we are going to learn how to basically edit images. As we start, I would like us to open a new document. So this is the steps on how to follow up until you open Adobe Photoshop. So if it is not started, you go to Start, then Programs, then Adobe. You are going to see Photoshop there, or look for it in any other installation area. In my case, there is an icon on the desktop from where you can open Photoshop from. So it is open. Now I need to create a new document. So you go to File, New, and then you specify the dimensions, the width and height of your document, the resolution and the color mode. According to our discussion, we have them illustrated how each one of them help us to do. So resolution, this is the clearness of your document, how clear is the document that you are making, or the amount of pixel amounts in a document. So pixel are the units that makes up an image. So the bigger the number of pixels in a document, the more detailed is your image in that specific document. Orientation and size. The size of a document is the paper size, the print paper size that you are going to work with. The ordinary office working, we do use size A4. You can use any other type of paper that you may intend to print on. And orientation is the layout of your document. Do you want it to be long, horizontal, which is landscape, or otherwise portrait if you want it to be long, vertical. Color mode, choose a color mode that will best fit your project. If you are working with graphics, then you may opt to use RGB. These are the best color that describes images, or that describes photos. Or if you are working with drawings, then CMYK is the best mode that may describe such. After you are done opening a new document, it is also possible that I would like also you to see how you can open an image on your desktop, just the way we were opening a new document. So after specifying whatever you wanted to specify in your new document, it is possible also to place an image in my current document, or to open an image. Well, the size is a little too small, so if I want to work with an image, I may opt to open an image direct, and then you go to a location where you may have images. Let me see whether I have an image somewhere like here. Let's see what images I may be having. Well, I wanted a computer image, but if they are not available, I'm just going to use any of the images that are around. Let's just imagine you are working with this kind of document image. Just open like that. But if you had open your document, a new document, let's say we are working with centimeters or millimeters, so maybe a document that is A4, that should be if the width you wanted to be long and the height to be shorter, then that is the size of A4. Now if I want to press my image here, don't open but press if you wanted the image to be part of the current document. So the interface layout is like you can see here. You may try to identify the different parts of your screen. So the menu at the very top here, the image name should be somewhere here, the toolbar, toolbox here, and the palettes on the other side. So you can see that if you highlight here, you should see the name. So this is the toolbox here, the palettes are on this other side, and then the image name. Can you see the image name here? And then the menu bar is there. The property bar is up below the image, below the menu. So you can see them listed in the parts of the screen that you should be able to identify. So the toolbar, which you may sometimes call the toolbox, has most of the tools and the ones that you are going to work with to manage your document. And then the palettes contain functions that help you monitor or modify your image or your document. For example, the colors are there, the effects, like you can use the layers to arrange your documents, and we are going to see other palettes that can help us to do different things. So if we may look at some of the palettes that we have there, Navigator is one of them. You use it to navigate around your document. If you cannot find it there, so most of the palettes we are going to open them from here. So the one we are looking for is Document Navigator. So if it is not attached, you can just attach it someplace right there. So you can see it is there. It allows you to resize and move around within the image. Maybe in our practice we are going to see how we can do that. Another palette that we are going to have is the one that you can see listed there. It displays the current foreground and background colors. You can use the sliders to shade, to change the foreground and the backgrounds. Like you can see, let's see whether you find it. Can you see here the switches and the color? Which other is there? The style. If the style in my case is attached somewhere else, but I think I can just take it from there and make now the three of them be together. So again, when we need to start working with in our exercises, we are going to see how we can change this. So you can see the switch there, you can see the color, and the style. So they are independent, but all of them are you may attach them together, but they are 3 different palettes. So that is where you are going to work colors from. The 3 of them are going to help you to work out colors. The history is a palette that enable you to work out the history. The history palette is here. So whatever you have done in your document, you can see the history here. So it will help you to backtrack your steps or to forward track your steps. That is, if you had done things that you think you would like to undo, you can backtrack back your steps. Or if you think you have undone more than you wanted to, you can forward track back your steps. As you can see here, we have done erasers and cropping. So if you needed to go back to where you started, you can just click open, and all these steps in between are going to be undone. So layers is another palette. You use it to organize your work in distinct levels. For example, let me see. So here you can see whatever else I'm going to do, it is going to be managed in an area of its own. For example, when do I want to, let me draw some rectangle, let's say, or I can do some writing, anything. Let me see. Okay, you have to press first, accept the pressing, and then now I can come here and do some writing. This is my writing, or whatever you want to work out your text. You can decide to make it a little bigger. I want to enlarge the sizes, and if you want to color, you can color your text. Well, you can see what I wanted us to see is that every element is on a layer. The text is on a layer, the picture and anything that you are going to add is going to be made in a layer. So these are some of the properties of the layers that you may use. Feasibility, you can read through, see how each one of them helps us to do. So layer rocking, bedding mode, fields, all these are properties that you can change about the layer. So when we start working, or even right away, you can try to alter them and see how they are going to affect your work. But you don't have to master them right at the start. When we start doing the exercises, you are going to master them as we move on. So the toolbox, we can look at a few of the tools. There are several of them that are there. We may not need to master all of them at the very start, but as we move on, we are going to master them. So some of the tools, one thing to note is that they are grouped together. These tools that you can see, they have a pointer beside them. If you click, there are more than one tool that are attached together as a group. They are related tools that are put together as a group. So that is something to note, so that the tool that you may be wanting to use may be attached among others, and it may not be the default one that is on display. So you need to look inside there. So long as you know what you wanted to do, you can look in a specific group of where that tool belongs to. So some of the tools that we are going to come across is MQ. This is for selection. Moving. This is for relocating your objects. Lasso is also for selection. So all the tools for selection, you are going to note they are put together. Let's see, can you see them? The rectangular MQ, elliptical MQ, all of them are put together. For the case of lasso, still for selection, you can see they are also put together. The magnetic lasso and all these others. So for the case of cropping, let's see which others are put together with the cropping. So we have cropping, slicing, and these are the tools. Cropping, slicing are put together. And for the case of healing is for correcting small blemishes in an image or in a photo. Let's see, it is put together with each other tools. So healing, we have spotty healing brush, patching, those are related work, so they are put together as a group. And eraser, let's see, the eraser is put with each other one. So we have different types of erasing, so you can see they are put together also. Painting bucket, let's see, this one is put with which one? It is put together with the gradient tool. So they are working, their work is related. And all these other tools, we are going to see them as we move on. There are several of them. And there are so many tools, like you can see them as we scroll. Color, this is where you alter your color, the fore and the background colors. You change them from here, so you can see the color box for both the fore and the background. And that was about the introduction of the tools, the palettes, basically. And now at this point I would like us to do some exercise on editing image. But before that, that is going to be in our next session. So thank you for your time in this session. And maybe I can just reflect back on what we have so far learned. So in this session, we have been able to look at the interface, the layout of Photoshop. We have seen the palettes and the tools under the toolbox, and we have tried to figure out most of these tools, how we use them, as well as the palettes. So thank you for your time. Remember to subscribe in this channel so that you can get updates as I share more of the discussions in our videos, in our next videos. Also like the videos and share with friends so that we can get to learn together. And see you in my next video. See you there.